Mix 102.5, the best mix from the 90s to now. Big Papa in the afternoon. We're talking to Jen from the Estate Planning Law Center. French Road in New Hartford, 793-3622, eplawcenter.com. Jen, how are you today?
I am great. How are you?
I am recovering from a 4th of July weekend, but trying to hold on as well as I can be.
Sure.
So I think, like a lot of people, I'm in this weird conundrum where I have to take care of my family, but I also feel the need to take care of my mom, to take care of the older generation.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm the only one that's having that deal, right?
Right. We have what that's been termed by not just us, but all over, is we call that the sandwich generation.
The sandwich generation?
Yeah, where and you probably feel this as much as anyone else, that you're sandwiched between the pressures of caring for an older parent and raising your own family at the same time.
Okay.
And all the pressures of, still having to do everything for yourself and work and all of that, and still want to be caring for loved ones that are declining and what they're able to do.
No, that does make sense. So if it's such a big thing where there's actually a term for us, what kind of prepping can we do? Because if we don't handle it the right way, it can get very overwhelming very quickly.
Right. Well, a lot of times when it comes to that people have a lot of questions about what can be done, and what can be done to help parents keep their independence and protect all of their hard-earned assets as well. And in fact, on our website, we actually have a free sandwich generation planning guide. So you can go online, check that out, and download it, and get some answers to all of those questions, and follow that up with getting to one of our monthly workshops and ask your pending questions for your own self.
eplawcenter.com. And we're talking about the quote unquote the sandwich generation, where you feel like you're taking care of your family, but you also feel the obligation to take care of the older generation as well. When it comes to the sandwich generation, initially, you think of the older generation because that's the most pressing bit, but you really don't want to ignore what's going on with your family. That's your spouse and your kids and whatnot, right?
Right. You got to put on your own oxygen mask as well.
I never thought of it that way, but you're right, because it's about taking care of everybody else.
Right, because a lot of times, and we see this often, whether it's a healthy spouse and or a child, caregivers go down faster than the people they're trying to take care of, because it's a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, and a lot of work.
And when we're talking about estate planning, it really is about taking care of the people that are going to be left behind. It's a weird way to put it, but that's exactly what you're doing. And that's why if you're part of the sandwich generation, taking care of your parents, but also taking care of your family, heaven forbid, right?
Right. Absolutely. Plan for the worst, hope for the best.
And I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I'm just saying that's like my constant motto, is just planning for it. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. But oftentimes when you're already in this sandwich generation, this stuff is already hitting you in the face, and you need to have a resource to be able to get your questions answered, if nothing else.
And speaking of getting your questions answered, the Estate Planning Law Center offers workshops on the regular. And talk about the workshop real quick. What's involved in that?
Sure. You can come in and just get some general information. We do not charge for those services. All you would need to do is reserve a seat, and we do have them monthly, and a list of when those are always updated on our website. And once attending that, then that allows you to come in and meet with an attorney to discuss how those things that you've learned in the workshop represent and are apply specifically to you personally. So you can have all that general information with a group setting, and then come on one-on-one and talk about how your private aspects now come into play.
And for all the details, you can go to eplawcenter.com. Also, there is a Sandwich Generation family planning guide, which is absolutely free on eplawcenter.com as well. 793-3622, Estate Planning Law Center located on French Road in New Hartford. Jen, thank you so much for the time.
Absolutely. Thank you.